It's me, your main man, Red. We're back with some Blunders. Possibly the very last Blunders. But we'll see what 2021 brings for us. So last time, we were working on this gazebo. And I think we're going to keep working on the gazebo. I didn't have a super huge idea of what we were doing today. I don't feel like this is done by any means. So I'd rather keep working on this. So let's get to work on that. I'm going to throw on music, and we're just going to jump right in. There is not a huge plan for the day. I mean, I want everything to sort of turn out. I'm realizing all sorts of weird issues that I'd like to resolve. But as a fair warning, my brain is kind of going off into La La Land today. There's been a lot for me to think about. So that's just sort of where I'm at. Doesn't mean we're not going to make the best of this, though. So, this little guy right here, what are we going to do to it? Let's go from the top. Let's merge all these vertices together. Because, for whatever reason, when we go into object mode, right? What is this? Why is there not a line here? That just weirds me out. So, let's do things right. We're going to dissolve all of these faces. And when we do that, why do we get only a few lines? Right? This is what's weird to me. I don't get it. So, let's grab you. Let's grab you. We'll put a line there. Theoretically, I should be putting a vertex right there. They don't all connect to it, though. So, we'll just take it upon ourselves to fix this real quick. Oh, what? Hold the phone. I think I have a solution for this. Watch this. If I hit J... Does that work? No. How did I do this? I grabbed this vertex and this vertex, and I hit J. And it doesn't like that. Weird. Okay. Yeah, we'll do it the hard way. That's fine. It's weird that this stays. I don't totally understand why that's the case. So if we just go ahead and do this the hard way. I think we're really messing our mesh up by doing this, but it's fine. So I guess I can start talking a little bit about what my plans are. If I'm being fully honest with everybody, I think 2020, especially here at the end, has been a really tough time. And I'm not saying like, oh, it's tough because we got to stay indoors for Corona and all that sort of stuff. Obviously, that's tough and everybody's suffering. But it's been especially tough because I've had a lot of responsibility thrown on me in this last little bit here. And simultaneously, I've been starting 3D modeling and streaming and all of this. And it's been a joy, honestly. I mean, I know we're not breaking like any world records on viewership or anything like that. But it's been wonderful. This has been such a cool time. And I think it's been somewhat overshadowed by just the chaos of how the end of this year has been going for me. And not that that's a terrible thing, right? Life is life. You got to learn to deal with it. But now, seemingly, all of that chaos that I was experiencing is decreasing. Will it completely decrease? No, that's the human condition. I don't care if you're a billionaire. You have stresses, right? People always suffer. That's just part of human existence. Oh, I should have been doing this the whole time. Would you look at that? That looks so good. Hold on. So start of the new year, I'm thinking we're gonna up the ante a little bit on this whole streaming thing. More than just streaming. It's been a long goal of mine to get into game development. Not only from like a passion standpoint, because I'm very passionate about games, but also from a storytelling standpoint. I have a lot of stories that I've already written. I couldn't even begin to tell you how many stories I've written that really deserve to be put into games. And so I think it's high time we went for it. And so turn of the next year, I'm going to look at format and I'm going to really pay attention to the production side of this whole streaming thing. But the real goal is to find a healthy balance of game development on stream and then, if necessary, off of stream. So I'm hoping to bring all of you in to my process, a process that I haven't even defined yet, and just see where it takes us. When I started working on this gazebo, I was very inclined to use the Twitch tag of game development. But I don't think we're there yet, and I don't know if I'm ready to respond to like questions about it yet. So I figured we'd wait, and I'm gonna, I'm taking the week off of, Christmas here. I'm gonna take the week off, and I'm gonna think about how we're gonna format it and how I'm going to talk about it and whatever. But theoretically, we're gonna be hitting 2021 with some real vulnerable, real, hopefully interesting content. As far as the games that I plan on making, I'm going to keep those a secret, probably even while I'm working on them, until it becomes absolutely apparent what's going on. But I'll say I have like 4 or 5 ideas to begin with. And specifically, there's 2 of them that I'm debating about being my first project. Spoilers, this gazebo, as bad as it looks right now, is part of one of those projects. Look at that. That looks good. So yeah. If you're feeling the Christmas spirit and you're kind of wondering what comes next, that's what's going to come next. I'm going to start treating streaming games and streaming with friends as more of a bonus. More on that later, because I do have a format for it. But I think the real focus moving forward needs to be these sort of stories that we want to be telling. And, I want to tell them on stream. I don't want to keep things so secretive all the time. So, yeah, look forward to that. I'm going to have a lot of thinking to do about what it is that we are planning on working with. Oh, I don't know about this angle. This angle is a little weird for me. Okay, I know we just did like a ton of work. Oh, we can't. Man. What happens if I try to dissolve these faces like this? Is this going to be the worst thing I've ever done? Like, what will this do? We hit dissolve face. Oh, it works. And it brings it back to this point. This is very strange. Let's delete all of it. I'm a little sketched out by this. Let's get rid of them. Right. And now I have my vertices, and we will just try to do this. I said today it was going to be a little bit chaotic. Did I lie? Apparently not. This roof, though, is just proven to be its own weird obstacle. I cannot get my way around it. All right. So by the end of the day, the only real goal I have is I want to make this thing look as good as possible. And I think we want to take, you know, our classic Instagram picture. I think we just want to have a classic little view of this guy. Oh, excuse me. I had kind of an exotic cranberry, what was it, like cranberry ricotta pistachio pizza thing today, so mind my weird voice crack. I ate relatively unknown substances. Okay, so we're gonna do just 4. Right, just 4. That's easy. And I don't know why I can't alt grab all of this. I guess since it's perfect triangles, it gets confused. But it is what it is. Ideally, I want to get this first segment as flat as possible. If you've ever owned a house with a flat roof, you'll know that making a flat roof is a bad thing, so it's never going to be perfectly flat. That would be terrible for the plumbing. But we'll get it pretty flat. That's nice and flat. And then now we're going to watch our curve, and I'm going to be a little bit more mindful moving forward. I actually have an idea for the top there that might look a little charming, but I got to keep in mind that a weather vane's supposed to be coming out the top of this thing. So let's not lose our minds here. Like that looks pretty good. Might even go a little lower, and I am going to go a little lower because I already see about how much of an angle we're going to need here. All right. We have much less to select. We're going fast now. So you might be looking at these disgusting little ornaments that I've made. You might be thinking to yourself, what are you going to do about that? The short answer is, I don't know. The longer answer is, I got an idea. Which of those two will end up being true? I guess you'll have to see. Okay. Now then. I had kind of a dumb idea. I don't even know if this makes sense. Hear me out. This seems like such a bad idea. But if it is, I'll just hit undo, right? Who cares? But in my mind, this makes sense. So check this out. Oh, I already see a big problem. But it's too late. It's too late. This is what I'm doing. I'm grabbing all these little bits that are not on the corner. I'm actually really thinking this is going to be the worst thing I've ever done. So, whatever, man. This is a lot harder to click than the last one. I would use box select, but I kind of ruined the geometry at the bottom here. Okay. Oh man, that geometry at the bottom is actually such a pain. No, we can't do that. Okay. This is just going to be a real chill out stream. We're just doing a whole lot of nothing, aren't we? Can I remove single vertices? Is that a thing? Vertex. Whoa. That might actually be a good idea if I can get rid of these extra ones. But that's not what I wanted. That was too much. Oh, there we go. This'll do. I don't hate it. Nope, it is not working. Okay, never mind. I really don't want to have to do this like all by myself, but I guess the more time you sit thinking about how smart you are, the less smart you are. So let's just do it. Honestly, that was, I guess to this day, it's still one of the biggest lessons I've ever learned. Was when I was in high school, I was really good at math, and I was pretty decent at most things. I suffered with writing, which is hilarious given the current mode my life has taken. But yeah, I was pretty bad, or I was pretty good at a lot of stuff, and it was pretty easy to get by in high school. I didn't study a whole lot. I did homework in class. I went home, played video games, and just kind of chilled out and didn't really focus too much once I had my work done. I had goals, but they were pretty limited, right? My early life was simple. It was pretty easy, I would say. And I, subconsciously, I don't think I had an ego about it or anything, but subconsciously I was like, oh, life's going to be easy. Like, quote unquote, I'm a smart person, so therefore I will have a good time through life. And then I went to college, and things were really hard. Things were super hard, and I couldn't wrap my brain around it, because it was like, am I not smart anymore? Like, was I smart in high school and now everybody around me is smarter than I am? What's going on? But there was a lot of people that went to high school with me who did study a whole lot, and we were roughly at the same grades, same GPA, all that sort of stuff. And they were in college with me, and they were doing seemingly better than me. Obviously, people pretend to some degree. And so it's like, what's going on? Why are these people better than me? Turns out, the key to life is not intelligence. I wish it were. I think the world might be a better place if intelligence reigned supreme. But the key to life is hard work. Key to life has always been at just getting things done. And that's why you see people who are huge risk takers, really chaotic in general, succeeding. And it's because they're just willing to suffer through and do the hard work. And if it takes them 100 hours to do the simplest thing, then they do it and it gets done. And better than that, they start making dividends on their hard work. The hard work they did a year or two ago is still coming back and paying them or getting them new jobs or whatever. And that took me a long time to learn. And so I think wherever applicable, your goal should definitely to be intelligent. You should work smarter, not harder. But the part of that quote that nobody ever says out loud is the work has to get done. If you're being smart and you're not working, bummer. There's nothing in this world for you. That was a hard lesson for me to learn, and I think I'm still learning it. I think I still have some motivation issues here and there. I think I still try to take shortcuts whenever they're presented. So, I don't know. Whoever knows, right? But for the sake of this mesh, you know, I could sit and think about how to do this, and I'm sure a lot of people know a better way to do what I'm doing right now, and I'm sure it's obvious. But if I don't have the means to produce that answer for myself right now, then it's a done deal. Then I just gotta do it. Okay, so we're looking at this mesh. Here's my thought. What if we double divide it? Right? Now check this. I'm gonna grab you, and I'm gonna grab every other one. I think this might not work. Actually, I think it will work. Yeah, it definitely will work. Watch this. Because that's 2, right? So I'm skipping a line. And now we're on evens. And now I can tell whether I'm on evens or odds instantly, just based on what kind of line I'm on. The only part I'm having trouble with is how this curve is going to work, but we'll get there when we get there. So look at that. Clean. Oh, we've used math to our advantage. This is where we combine that hard work and that intelligence into one perfect little package. And we get it done. I'm going to spend a little bit longer than usual today doing materials. If this is going to go on my Instagram, I want it to look nice. I'm sort of in love with that stump character that we made. I think they're really, really cool. But I would also say that the materials that we did and just the lighting in general was really bad. So let's not do that. And let's take our time today. We have extra time. I don't really have a task that's super pressing for the day, so let's do it right. You know, I guess you could clip that and pit it against how the end of this stream is going to go when I start freaking the heck out. But hey, man, a little bit of freak out is also good for you. Keeps you on your toes. All right, I don't know if I should be doing this final little bit here, but we'll go ahead and just do it. I'm thinking we're going to be doing some pretty good work here. And doing it every other one's going to keep the faces from just sliding up like big giant triangles, which was what I was worried last time. So yeah. Will this pay off? Let's see. I'm thinking if this doesn't work, I have a good plan B as well. So we're just going to take our sweet, sweet time. There we go. Are you ready? I actually like that so much. That looks so cool. It didn't do exactly what I wanted, but it's actually very close to the effect that I think we want to accomplish. And if it's the effect, it's the effect. Now, I'm going to grab the top of this thing, and we're going to do ourselves one better. While we have them all selected, let's not deselect them. We're going to bevel it, but we're going to vertex bevel. And that is too much of a vertex bevel. There we go. All right, what are we accomplishing here? Let's clamp overlap and then go to max. Not quite sure what I want to do yet. No, we'll go back to offset. I like the offset. Now the shape. Is this doing anything, actually? I'm not sure I totally understand what's going on here. No, that's not what I want. Okay, so we're gonna clamp overlap. We're gonna go to max. We're gonna do... Oop, I've done it now. I really messed this thing up somehow. Let's try it again. Vertex. Clamp overlap. Why is it now like this? Oh, it's because we didn't... Yes, 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 yes. All right, dare I do this again? No. We're going to call that it. I think I could get lost in this for a little bit, and I don't want to do that. Okay. To really sell this effect, let's go ahead and grab these. Merge at first. And then I'm going to grab these two and subdivide them. What number is that? Subdivide them by 4? Yeah, there we go. Cool. And we're going to repeat that a whole bunch. So actually, let's chill out a sec. We're going to do some merging at first. Right there. And then we got to work on those ducks. I'm looking at those ducks, and we got to get them done. I think it's going to be in our best interest to also add a little bit of a stone texture to our materials. I played around with this being chiseled out of a single stone, but that seems super unrealistic. Hey, we've done it. So if I grab all of these, oh, we're in. Why did that not... Okay, never mind. Never mind. We will grab you, all the way down the line. And then I'm just going to subdivide all of them by 4. We'll teeter the roof just a little bit, and then we should be smooth sailing. So if I do 4, where's our base? Where's the one that's showing us? None of them are showing us. Okay. We'll take it, I guess. And we'll go back to you. And we'll keep on keeping on with this little trend of ours. Is this my favorite operation in the whole world? No. But we're just doing it. And this is why I waited to do that part, because we can do it all in one go now. And we're going to have a pretty nicely shaped top to this guy, I'm going to say. We're going to let it be flat. We're just going to let it kind of chill out a little bit. And I'm going to call that it. I'd love to get in the mindset that we can start de-stressing things and putting like little chips and edges and this and that. I'm thinking that might be the role of a normal map, not the role of a mesh. Because thinking realistically, if we're making the mesh disorderly, one, you're ruining your mesh. Like, if ever anybody needs to come back and edit it, they have to undo that work that you've done first. Does that happen? I don't know. I go back and edit my meshes a lot. Not that I'm saying I'm a professional or anything. But I think the worst thing is you're adding poly count. Whereas a normal map, realistically, you're already going to have a normal map. Why fuss and like have to double down on it or something? Normal map. Am I using that right? Maybe it's called a displacement map. I'm not sure the difference. Either way, we're doing this. Down we go. All right, let's get ourselves into this. I think this is the last edge for us. And we're good. Nope, we got one more edge. And I'm just kind of thinking, what is our texture going to look like on this thing? I kind of feel like putting a cell shader sort of thing on here to emphasize the edges might look most applicable, but that is not on the cards for tonight. Look at this. Look at that. It's a little unrealistic. Obviously, nothing's going to come down to a perfect edge like that. But, you know, I'll take it. I like this. This looks cool. So if we go to Object, we got a beautiful, weird-looking thing here. I'm inclined to try and bevel it really quick and see what that does for us. Like a 0.1 super small bevel. That actually does amazing work for us. And if we go to object mode, oh. That looks really cool. That actually looks flat shaded, even though it's smooth, which is sort of the real goal here. Oh, I like that a lot. That is so cool. That part's a little chink. How did that happen? What's going on here? Why are you so janky? Are all of the edges that janky? Yeah, why is that? I wonder if I messed up my... Let's go ahead and recalculate some stuff. Okay. And let's grab our faces and triangulate them. That might be an issue later. Let's just get there and see what happens. I'm also inclined to say that this should be changed to that. And we'll try it again. Yeah, it gets all messy really quickly. Why is that? Why is this disconnected? Something is not working here. Like this line right here is not connected properly. Oh, there's a line right there. That's it. Okay. We can solve that pretty quickly. I can grab all of you and hit dissolve faces. Repeat. Repeat. Keep repeating. You see the ducks kind of breaking through the roof a little bit? That's what you like to see. That means you got your edge alignment on point. Okay, so if I do it again, how bad is this going to be? That looks right to me. That looks right to me. It's a little off, but so is the duck. Cool, so we're going to call it 0.1. We're going to give it 3 of these, I think. That looks really good to me. I'm inclined to try and change the shape. Let's say 0.7. That way we can keep it kind of spiky. And then we'll go back to object mode and we'll shade smooth and we'll say... Why is it not shading smooth? Oh well. I don't mind a little bit of a hard edge. That's actually pretty fine to me. All right, our weird carousel of doom is taking shape. So, the duck. Oh, the duck. Let's do this. We have our idle support number 1. Everything else is based off of that. So we will just hide all of this. And I will hide the roof. I can actually just call you roof. All right, Mr. Duck. What are we going to do to you? I actually think I am not allowed to do this. Let's see if this works. If I do a decimate, will it let me apply it? Will it let me apply it? Wow. This is like a very high poly object given how it's trying to do this. 0.05. How high poly did we make this thing? We made this thing huge. Just completely unsubdivide it. Come on. No, we're going to want to collapse it for sure. 0.004. I see that none of the other ones have done it, which means I probably... Oh, I can apply it. That's weird. 0.001. What happens? We get virtually nothing. Okay. So how do we want to do this? I think we might actually want to start with a different object. So let's go to world. I'm going to make it inside of world. We're going to make a mesh. We're going to make a cylinder. Right, perfectly normal, perfectly good cylinder. We'll actually lower its poly count a little bit. I'm going to rotate it onto its side. And we're good to go. Here's the thought. Wireframe, vertex, cut into pieces. Now we have a decent shape for us to work off of. So let me do this and this one. Actually, I don't even know if we had to do that. Yeah, for sure we have to do that. Okay. And then we'll grab them. We'll just start going. So we got all this. Just connecting straight on through. And we're gonna make ourselves a little duck. I am internally referencing my work on the Warhammer to sort of figure out how I'm doing this. This is certainly a change of pace from the way we've been modeling lately, but that's good. You should constantly be shaking it up. At least I should. I don't know at what point I will consider myself a good 3D modeler or a professional 3D modeler, but we are far from it. I can tell you that. Anyone who wants to come from the woodwork and say, no, 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 you're good, you're good, you're good. I mean, thank you, but no. There's tons of work to do. I can't accept that we're good. Okay. If anything, I'm actually going to extend that out way further, and then we'll clip it. Cool. So, how are we going to do this? We got to make a duck. So, let's start by doing this. Actually, let me start by pushing it out. And we'll do a small proportional edit. I want it to be a sharp edit. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Right, we're trying to keep this simple. This is simple. We're keeping it really simple, and it's going to be sharp. Okay. We're just thinking in very small doses right now. We're not going to get caught up. We're not going to think too hard about this. Okay, that works. Really small doses. I think a big issue with us is we overthink literally everything. And there's no place in the world for that when you're doing art that, one, you're not skilled at, and two, doesn't have a definitive correct answer. If I clamp overlap and I go all the way and I touch the tip together, I can just merge those. That'll be fine. And if I then upgrade my resolution, I actually like it more like this. So we'll take that. Okay, what do I want to do here? That's this. Yeah, we're gonna call this bird support main. And we're gonna add an icosphere of 3 or 4. 4 will do. We're gonna shrink it down. We're gonna push it off to the side here. What's up, bird brain? If I shade it smooth. It's good enough for me. It kind of looks like a snake now that I'm really looking at it. We'll take a snake. I don't mind a snake. Now, icospheres are always so difficult for me. I said icosphere. I meant torus. I don't know what an icosphere has to do with this. Okay. So if I take this and I make the minor radius smaller, that'll do. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Careful. Right, we're going to do this. We're going to put it in its correct spot. And we're going to shrink it 2 ways. We're going to shrink it here until it touches. Then we'll shrink it this way. And then we'll bring it back out. I'm going to rotate ever so slightly. And ever so slightly. Whoa, 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 whoa. Careful, 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 careful. Go freaking out. We want like 10 degrees. We want like barely anything. Even 10 degrees is too much. -7. That'll do. That'll do. And if I pull it out, right? We have what we want. Now I'm going to go ahead and shrink it just a little bit more. All right. I hate this edge right here, so let's cut that edge for ourselves. So we'll click on you, and we'll go into edit mode, and I will grab just this bad boy. Push in just a little bit. There we go. That'll do. We got a little boy. I'm sort of inclined just to say that this is it, and I think it is it. So we'll grab you and we'll mirror you according to bird support main. Excuse me? There we go. Z-axis. That's a new one. Never done that before. Torus, we will also mirror. Not whatever that was. We'll hit mirror. Z-axis according to bird support main. And we'll say this is our model. Okay, so hit apply. Bird support main. Shift click, join. We now officially have one mesh. It's a mess, but it's a mesh. And so if I go back and turn on my roof, We can grab this guy, go into edit mode. I won't worry about that yet. Let's put him in place first. Hello? There we go. Whoa, we're upside down. Okay, mind my spazzing, crazy use of the camera there. Had to kind of come to grips with my own life for a second. So if I just scooch it up and we just touch base up here. I actually want it down a little bit, which clips here. So we'll shrink them down ever so small. Just a little bit. Just get you just a little bit smaller. And I'll push you up. And you'll touch just the hint of this. Yep, just like that. And now we're going to push you all the way to where we like you. Which is going to be right there. And now what we do is we go into edit mode. We alt-click your butt, which doesn't work. So we'll do it again, we'll do it again, and we'll do it again, and again, and again, since I keep messing up. And we're gonna push you in. We're gonna do our best to chill. Hey! That looks much more in line with like what else is going on here. I kind of think dividing the roof might have been a bad idea. But a little too late to take it back, and we'll see at the final render anyway. Look at that. Look at our bird boy. I don't know why this part digs in so much. That's a little weird. What's going on with this? Why does this part dig? I don't understand what this is. Oh well. And if we turn everything on, it works. That's what you like to see. It's a little prominent. I kind of wish it came out a little bit less, but if I tuck it in here, you're not going to see it at all. So, this is what we're dealing with. It's fine. So, let's say goodbye to the gross, mushy birds. They're gone. They're gone, and, you know, you'll be missed. We can go ahead and call this... I don't want to call it BS. We'll call it Bird. Bird Boy 1. Right? And now, since they're no longer needing to be individually rendered, I can just... Object mode. Nope. Object mode. Grab you. Alt-D, right-click. Alt-D, right-click. Keep going until we get to 0.7. And let's do it again. I will call you BB for the sake of my own simplicity. If we were doing a model that had like 4,000 different elements to it, one, why would I be doing that? And two, we would name things better. But there's no need. We've got a perfect technique. Also, can we talk about how files, when you make a copy of something, it calls it 001? Like, that's very not useful. Also, I just goofed it. We were too proud of ourselves and we goofed it up. Okay, we're gonna, Bird Boy 1, we're gonna grab you, set origin to 3D cursor, and then we will alt-D you. Okay. Now we're going. I think something that I really enjoy about 3D modeling on a personal level is I feel like if I make this, right? Let's say I make this gazebo and I say, I want to throw this in a game, right? And so I put it out in the middle of a field somewhere and it's sitting there and you can do whatever you want. And you can play and you can walk around it. I have up until the game releases to fix this mesh. You might need to do a little bit of micromanaging to like replace it in the file or this or that. But, you know, it is what it is. You can redo stuff. And I don't necessarily feel that way about most other art. Like music, right? If all of a sudden, I do a lot of music in my spare time. For those of you that might not know. Music, right? If you mess up, if you make a piece of music and it's bad, you know, the bare minimum of it is you got to redo it. The larger portion of it is you got to re-record it and you got to do all this extra junk that is just like tedium. And, you know, that's the grind. And that's what it takes to be a perfectionist and to have a good product and whatever. Like, you know, it's important. It's good that you're doing that. But 3D modeling, I can save this. I can press Control S, close it, come back tomorrow, and then just change stuff. I suppose doing like materials and textures is the same as re-recording. Maybe I'm just a little starry-eyed. It just feels easier to me, you know? All right, so we've done a good amount of stuff. There are certainly issues here. But I like it. I like what we've done here. I kind of want to get like a really dynamic camera angle. Okay, let's do the camera real quick, and then we're going to actually go ahead and start doing material editing because we need to get to work on that. Okay, our Z should be rotated by 45 degrees. I don't necessarily know what that means for us here. Oh, that's a great angle. That is a really nice angle. Okay, so we're gonna keep pulling the camera out and over. Let's do a slightly less crazy angle, and we'll do like a 15, a 10. We'll tilt up just a little bit. That ain't up. We'll tilt up just a little bit and then sink our view down. Yeah, that works. And we'll just kind of spin it and see what we can do. I think we actually want even less than that. Like a 95. Really small angle. There we go. Now we can see a little bit of the water as the water comes off of it. Yeah, this is going to be kind of a dramatic look. All right, and we're in on this. Cool, cool, cool. The stone texture is there. Now I'm starting to feel it. I'm really starting to feel it. Let's get on top. Nope, nope, nope. On top of this mesh. Let me grab all of these faces. And we're going to be extra careful. Oh, this is going to be a pain in the butt. Oh, well. You might know what I'm doing. If not, give it a sec. You'll see. Just doing the absolute tedium of this. All right. For anybody curious about our little Christmas gift giving yesterday, it went really nice. It was really calm, really serene. My partner made their absolute delicious fried rice. And just had a really cozy little gift giving ceremony. It was really chill. It happened in record time. I think it took only like 30 minutes. But it was really sweet. I was given a new pair of resin dice. They have little tiny skulls in them, which is pretty dope. I was given just the coolest like Art Nouveau shirt. It's a long sleeve pink shirt, has a bunch of naked women all over it, and can't wait to wear it and get all sorts of looks from people that think nudity is gross. What else did I get? I have it sitting right behind me, but I'm so set on what I'm doing, I don't want to stop. Okay, quick peek. What am I looking at? Oh yeah, I got the normal amount of chocolates. I got recommended some music on a card, which was really nice. I think that might have been everything. I must be forgetting something. That was all the big stuff, though. You know, we get all sorts of little stuff. Oh, we got a house pair of knives. So we now have those iridescent whatever knives. I'm not a huge fan of like patterned knives. I kind of would just prefer standard metal, but they're sharper than our current knives, so I will take it. Okay, so I've done the hard work and I've grabbed all this stuff. None of the meshes seem to be out of order. So we'll go ahead and grab ourselves and say mesh. Where are we looking? What am I looking at? Separate by selection. And so what is this? This is rooftop. That'll be our shingles. And I have a method, I think, for getting it to look right, but we're gonna have to really quiz around on it. So if I go back to our camera, we go back to shader view. Everything looks pretty normal. Very good. Let's get into it. So let's look at camera view and we'll zoom into the parts that matter. I'm gonna grab this. Oh, actually, also, I would like to not have a transparent background. World. Where is it? Is it in render? I'm not sure I know where the background is. There's just so many settings in this. I always have trouble with this. Where can I view my background? I mean, there it is. I have it rendered. It must be in here. But I don't see it. We're just taking our time. We're just taking our time. If we go over today, it's less of an issue. I don't have any plans for the day, so we can chill out a little bit. Why is it not showing up? should be... Got all that normal. Okay, we can guarantee it's not there. Transparency is turned on, but background is not a part of that. I would like to see my background, please. Where is it? We have gravity turned on, which I can turn that off for just this. Oh man, I feel like it should be in world. It's not though. The only other place I think it would be is in render. But I'm not seeing anything in here. Okay, so let's count out render. Render's done. We don't need render. Now we are in the like sampling section. It's looking like it's not gonna be here. Although I feel like it could be here because this is like post-processing and stuff. Okay, so I don't see anything here. Oh, I don't want to mess with workspace options. That's gonna kill my CPU. Okay, we can chill out there. I'm gonna save before I crash my computer. Man, are we just not gonna have a background? That would sort of not be ideal for us. Tell you what, we're coming back to it. Okay, so the roof. What's up with the roof? This roof is going to be a new thing. We're going to call you roof. And it needs to be a little bit glossy. It's going to be quite smooth. I'll do like a dark red to begin with. We'll bring it back eventually. And I think I want edges. Where is edges? I think it's called a wireframe, actually. It is. Okay, so wireframe will give us all of that. So if I plug that into a gradient texture, and the gradient goes into a color ramp that is 2 different shades of red. We'll start off a little extreme and then we'll kind of try to break it down a little bit. Okay, well that kind of works. I just need it to be way smoother. 0.05. Slightly bigger than that. 0.06. 0.08. I guess it is going to be 0.1. Just a perfect 0.1. Okay, so we have our shape, right? There's all of the shapes. Now I just need to put the stress lines on it. So how are we going to do this? If we do a little bit of vectory stuff on here. Kind of guessing. Vector stuff is very weird for me to understand. I just need it to be like the shape. Right. That kind of works. Okay. 10, 1. If I convert it to a vector, it really doesn't like it. Hold on. New idea. Right? Nope, that does not want to work. Okay, so displacement ain't it. We're doing weird math with a weird node. Okay, so scale, right? Here we go. Why is it not liking us? This is difficult. I thought this would be easy. Like an edge detection, right? Is there a different edge detection that I can use while we're here, while we're looking? That's normal. That's normal. So if I come back into here, we do texture coordinates. This isn't going to help us. Yeah, it doesn't help us at all. Yep, that ain't it. Looks like wireframe might be the only way to do it. Oh, hold on. That's kind of a cool, weird effect, isn't it? Definitely a weird effect, that's for sure. I kind of love the way that that looks. we're not doing too hot on this. Okay, so the pixel size is very small. What would happen if I did a noise filter instead? I don't think this will work. We go 40 and we increase our scale, which I don't see how that would work. No, we want to decrease our scale for sure. We're just getting like random little bits. This is very strange. If we did it the opposite way, with a noise coming into here. Oh, that does give us something. If we say like 0.01. No, it has to be 0.1. There's no way around it. Okay, let's make either end of this. Oh. There we go. Let's make either end of this gray, and let's see what this does for us. No saturation, pretty dark gray. Same thing for you, no saturation, pretty dark gray. And we just keep reducing this down. We've passed into absolute absurdist territory. And this is nothing. We're gonna lose all our time just from thinking about this too much. What if instead of wireframe, here we go, new thought. Instead of wireframe, what if we just did a bevel? Why does that not work? .0001. Man, this does not like us. Oh well. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and just bring everything down a little bit. The hue should probably lean a little bit more on the orange side. That is too much orange. There we go. Darker side of things should be there. And we have to add a texture to it because it is a little much for me. Texture-wise... Oh, I wonder if I could have done brick in the shape of the wireframe. Oh, man, I'm a real sadist, I know, but we're going for it. If I grab this brick and we plug in the wireframe and it's 0.1, we go right here. Oh, we have something. Yep. We do 0.1. And we just try to really make this work. We plug in the gradient to the mortar. Right? And then both color 1 and color 2 are identical. And we do linear. It's a little grosser than I would like, but I think this can work. I'll take it. I'll take it. This is kind of a gross looking picture, honestly, but so be it. All right, and then these little guys. Oh, I didn't finish this. I'm really not loving that roof. I think we might have goofed the roof up way too much. I'm not even sure how I'm going to fix it, but it is what it is. These little guys. They're going to be kind of a crazy idea. If I put glass on them, shade them smooth. Right, they're glass. And then I'm going to put the roughness to 1. Now they're like a frosted metal-y looking thing, right? Change the index of refraction. Why is there a black bar in there? What? Some weirdness is going on. I would like these things to originally they should have been like a autumn. We're getting there. We're getting there. Autumn greeny color. But now they have de-stressed themselves down to the same color, less saturation, and darker. And we will do that according to some sort of stone texture. That might be too bright for our purposes, but we'll get there. Okay, we want this mega, mega small. we probably want to reverse these. That'll do, but I kind of want to randomize it just a little bit. Stick to 3D. Okay, let's grab random. And we will... Oh, that actually looked really good. We'll randomize the scale. We'll stay strong. We'll stay up near 100, but it's going to be randomized. Actually really don't hate the way that that looks. We can call that worn moss. And if this whole thing was given worn moss, it just looks so weird. These guys... Okay, let's go back to this. Worn moss, right? Copy. Go back to the pillar. Paste. Check it. We're going to do something a little mad. The texture's fine, but what I want is I want a mix shader. There you are. We're going to mix both of these. We're not mixing them evenly. Instead, we're going to use what I believe will be a gradient. So it should go to one end to the other. I'm having a little bit of trouble seeing this. So if I can just go ahead and put in a color ramp here. No. Just put a color ramp right there. We're going to make you bright red. Bright red. Oh, actually, we don't need to do that. We can just use a little shader. Diffuse. Bright red. Plug you in right there. This is gonna be here. This will be called trans stone. Mossy stone. This can be deleted. There we go. Okay, we're back to trans stone. How are we gonna do this? I need it to go from bottom to top. So clearly that's not the way we're gonna do it. Instead, we are gonna go, what are we looking at? Height could do. How are we gonna get height? I don't know. We're gonna need like XY coordinates somehow. Location. Nope, that's not it. I mean, like, tangent to me is like what it should be, but that doesn't work. tangent. Let's try it. Oh, I actually have a really easy way of doing this. I have figured it out. It doesn't work, it's not the most intuitive thing in the world, but it does work. Cool. You're going to go way up here, out of the way. And you are the factor. Let's just convert to factor so it's a little bit easier on the processing end of things. Z. And it is going to be like 0.2. It is exactly what we want, but we want to offset it by 0.5, 0.1, 0.25. What is happening? Okay, right about there looks perfect. So we'll throw this on there. And now it should convert pretty cleanly into the green up here. A little bit of vector math for you. All right, so we've made just the world's weirdest gazebo. In no way, shape, or form would this ever get used in a project. But it was a learning experience. We definitely did a lot of weird stuff here. Let's clean this node up a little bit. Come here. There we go. Yeah. If I was feeling even weirder, I think we would take it and we would add a plane. We'd make that plane huge. Like way bigger than that. But we would add an ocean modifier to it. Yeah. Get some ups and downs. And our spatial size would go way up. And then we would up our turbulence. Whoa. Okay, maybe we don't want our spatial size to be so gigantic. But yeah, we just have a little ocean here. This would be the methodology for doing this. And then we would want the choppiness going way up. Like 50. Whoa, that's too choppy for me. Maybe it's not choppy at all. Established ocean. Bada boom. And then I would come in here. And I would click on that ocean. I would add new. We would change it into glass. Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, it's gorgeous. Okay, water is never that perfectly clear. It's definitely clearer than that. Its index of reflection should be smaller. That was not a word I just said. And then we would want to turn off the transparency on the background. Saturation would come up a little bit and it would be 0.5. And if I could get the background to render correctly, we'd be set. We would be in business. But alas, this has been chaos. Looking at all of my settings real quick. Just again, just in case. Oh, we can hit apply on that. We can call you Ocean. And I don't know why the background is not rendering. Like, it all shows up here. It's also a very dark scene. We've made a really, really dark scene. I could just like customize or like custom put it in there. It's probably the way I want to do it eventually. But I think we might call it. Wouldn't be in bake. That wouldn't make any sense. Man, what a shame. What a shame indeed. I know it's like obvious. But you know what? Let's Google it real quick. I want to achieve a result. We're still like quizzing around. We're still trying to do it. Let's just Google it. Who cares? Blender show background. Let's work in reverse because I know I did it myself. All right. Everybody says it's just the film transparency. Oh. Why did it work this time? Was I actually looking at it from the standard viewport and then I misjudged? Oh well. We've done it. So let's do ourselves a favor and just really start shifting this scene up. I don't know why there's like a cannon in the background. That looks crazy. There should be water here. Well, we'll take it there. Okay. Here we are. Oh, there's our water. So... yeah. Bada boom. We've made just one of the weirdest looking things I've ever seen. This might not be Instagram worthy. I might sit and tinker with it and do whatever I can, but the colors are so off. I mean, it's like abysmally dark. If I just want to try and come in here and make it less dark, like 0.5, but then it just looks kind of blown out. So, yeah. We're going to say this is it for now. Learned a lot, did a lot. Kind of a weird last render of 2020, but hey man, so be it. So I'm going to take just the quickest little break, drink some water, and then I'll be back to play some Cave Story. So I will see you all in just a second. Peace.